H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas. But we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it is what's Thursday. Is it Thursday that quick? It's Baby Friday. Hold on, y'all. Let me take a let me see. Can I focus myself a little bit? I didn't like that focus. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I like to be focused right. Yeah. But it's Baby Friday. We're not out on Friday, so we consider this our Friday, so we call it Baby Friday. So, but it's interesting things. Let me look and see who's in the boom boom room already. Hold on. I just saw some things. I see a couple of names, and they names are right up there by the top. Let me check. Let me get this right. Boom boom boom. The first starting five. Matter of fact, the YouTube. I'm gonna start with YouTube first. My first starting five in YouTube. D Holcomb, uh, Corey Willis, Thad Moody, Jeremy Davis, Eric Boone. And Simeon Sims is six man. Dale Griggs over here in Facebook land. Daryl Anderson, Mate Cora. Let me skip past him. Kevin Allen, the Silver Fox. Ricky Scott is in the building. Rick Brown, what's going on? And Lady Barron just came in. But let me tell y'all something. Share the show. Uh, you know what? If I was y'all, because everybody else been texting me. If anybody got anything to say about the show yesterday, I'm here. I'm here if you want to talk about it. I'm here if you want to talk about it. If anybody saw anything yesterday that was interesting and you want to mention it again, because I saw something uh, last night. I'm waiting on Mindy. Y'all please tell me when Mindy and Sonya get on, cause I want them. I got Kim. I need Kim too. I need Kim here too. Oh, Kim, you missed it. Kim, yesterday was classic. Kim, yesterday was classic. I can't go back. Yeah, I had to let them. They had to tell you, Kim. It was classic. I just, I was talking about the Angel Reese situation. I told you I was going to talk about that situation almost every day. Uh, she said I started working. It's so ghetto. Oh my goodness. But that's all right. You can go back and look at it. Go back and look at it. Go back and look at it. It was unique. I somebody told me, they said, man, wow. They just texted me and said, wow. I never looked at it like that. And hey, y'all know how I am. Y'all please tell me when Mindy get on here. Y'all let me know, because I want to talk to y'all about something. But I do want to shout out to our brother Andre Branch. He being named the head coach of Decaney High School hoops, and and uh, and I wanted to shout out to him. He watched the show sometimes, and he's the new coach there. They go Doug Jones. Doug something else, man. Hey, y'all better follow Doug. We have Doug. Doug got a new attitude over there, man. Doug, I love your tweet. That's anytime I like something, I'm gonna like it. And all of us, we should like each other's tweets. If you like it, if you don't like it, don't like it. But is Eric Bowens on here? Because I saw Shannon Sharp tweet something last night. He said that was the worst half of basketball I ever seen LeBron play. He said it's not hyperbole when I say that I've seen damn near every game he's played. That was awful. He should change everything he has on to passing. I didn't see the game. Let me get out this shit. I didn't see the game, y'all. So, hey, Belinda. Uh, hey, Belinda. Oh, it not just what happened. It's just a topic talking about Angel Reese. And Kim, I might touch on it a little bit, but I'd rather you go back and watch it because I want you to get the feel. I'm not going to give you the full overview on what happened yesterday, because it was just a unique. It was something. I you know, when I went and started reading the tweets and the comments on this young 20-year-old girl's page by these grown ass white men, and let me tell y'all something, man. These people ain't conforming. These people ain't just the good old Negroes no more. They're just, black folks at some time in our life, we couldn't say nothing back because you had that much power over you. And I know y'all ain't used to it, but all I thought about when I saw that vitriol, I said, this is a baby. This is somebody's daughter. And if you had to go back and look at the comments, just because she did this and walked around and did this, and Kim, I just refuse on our watch. On my watch, that we got to talk about it. How what's my thoughts on HISD kids walking out in protest? If those kids feel they're right, walk out. Protest is part of what made America. Do y'all know the Boston Tea Party, the American Revolution, all that was protest. All of this come with protest. It's only a problem when we do it. When everybody else protests, Ricky Scott. I love protests. It's the American way. No taxation without representation. That was a protest. I'm not finna pay y'all, and we ain't represent. No, that's protest. It's okay to protest. That's what people don't understand. So I ain't got no thought. If these kids think they were done wrong, yes, walk out. That's the American way. What's up, Paul Miranda? I see you. I see you, Archie. But I'm trying to see y'all. I saw something last night. And I want y'all to walk me through it. Y'all help me. Listen. I keep trying to tell y'all, it's okay. When you put a comment up there, yes, I might challenge it, but guess what? Just have something else to come back. I told you I love an intellectual joust. I love verbal. I love it. Just the problem is just you just got to be I love words. Words, y'all, are the most. Let me tell you something. But everything I do, I promise you, is in love. I have something in mind. Like I tell y'all every single day, Archie, before I push that go button, I think about. I said, I have a responsibility. It wrestles. Should I talk about what's trending? I go to ESPN, right? Click on this my little ESPN area over in this way. Anytime you see me going this way, this is a whole nother device. I got a device. I got a big screen here, screen here, big screen here. I got lights everywhere, but I got devices. Right, it helped me. And so I go over here. I can go and talk about what happens on ESPN, USA Today. Oh, I talk about what's not trending and we need to hear. It's a constant battle every single day. Original content every single day. And like I go over here today, I'm looking over here. Ain't nothing happening. Alabama, a freshman, Bradley enters the transfer portal. Mark Cuban, LeBron back-to-back bad games. Angels Reese. Um, so guess what? Hatter. How can I get one of those TSU shirts? I have no idea. I don't know. Go to their website. Go to. I don't know. I'm serious. They issued me this and gave they issued me because when I'm traveling with the team, y'all got to realize first year I did it. I was traveling with the team. You know what I had on all my Nike gear. The AD saw it and said, "Hey man, get this man some gear. I'm wearing my stuff. That. until they give me. I'm not finna go buy it, and they wind up uh, giving some. They didn't give me what I should have, but you know what I do is just take care of it. If somebody give me something, I make sure I take care of it, so it's always gonna look brand new. I'll take care of it. Plus, AD hasn't played back games. Yeah, okay. Happy birthday, Trey. Oh, Trey Phillips, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Um, I always have a problem when we do it. Yes. Hey, so let me go. Let me go. And I want to share with y'all something too, in case you didn't know. Something about, one of the most dangerous type of people are divisive people. I always want to divide you. The dangerous people that people want to divide you. Man, don't go over there. Don't watch this show. Don't do this. Don't go. The dangerous type of people. And God didn't mix words when he talked about divisive people. I'm not going to go. Just go to the Bible and put in divisive people, and you're going to see a whole lot of stuff he said about that. So I just wanted to, it's out there in the air. People are so anytime you're around these divisive people, if they talking to you divisive, they around you when you're not around, they're gonna be talking about divisive things, and you might be in on it. Okay. Before I do anything work related, I pray. Before I learn, okay, that's good. That's good. Awesome. But I saw some less yesterday, y'all. And on this show, and my responsibility on this show a lot is just my responsibility. I don't know what Jimmy's, I don't know what Chris's calling is. But when I'm on this show, when I talk about things, I be talking about, I'm gonna enjoy it. I want to talk about the Lakers. I want to talk about the Memphis Grizzlies. Coach Junior's on the team. I want to talk about I want to talk about all that stuff. I want to talk about all that stuff. But in some things, I want to bring it to where, how does it free us, and how does it help heals our village? Our village is hurting. Our village is hurting. And us as a people, these parents, some people don't have the means to send their kid to school. They're trying to get these scholarships and trying to put their kids in the best position on the team, and they don't know it all. And I'm in a position to sit there and try to navigate them through. Some of them listen and some of them don't. Some of them think they know it all. Share the show because it's very important. Some of them think they know it all. Now their sons are seniors and they don't. I've tried to tell them, for y'all got to understand, it's been 6 years, right? Since almost 7 years since we've been on this show consistently. And and some of the people just, I don't know. Like I said, so divisive. I'm not go over here. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here. Just so divisive amongst us. Now other people, I got to sneeze so bad. But let me put this commercial on because I don't want to sneeze in here. But share the show right quick. Hold on one second. I'm back, y'all. I don't know. This weather is killing me. But but I thought of something about last night. I listened to Angel Reese's the whole interview with her and Brandon Marshall, and I don't know the young lady's name. I think it's I Am an Athlete podcast, right? I listened to it. I wanted to hear her. And I'm afraid for her right now. What's up, Kendrick Lewis? Um, she got a platform, but just watching some of the things she's saying, and they're gonna chop her up. They, cause she's getting freer and freer and freer, and she don't understand everybody that's interviewing her don't have her best interest at heart. Okay, hope y'all follow me. This is a young girl that's from Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, she didn't want to leave home. That's why she signed with Maryland. Uh, see, and the reason I'm putting this on wax right now, some of y'all, it's a young person gonna hear this. That's why I keep telling y'all to share the show. It's a young person gonna hear this, and it might help them. See, all of y'all just got it going on. It's y'all all right, but do it for somebody else sometimes. I know y'all want this your enjoyment, this your few however many hours you stay on this show, however minutes. But this is if we don't share it, what's the use in you having all these resources and we don't share them? What's the use? What's I mean, you know, Trey Phillips, Kevin Freeman, y'all must have been listening to me. See, y'all, when I listen to something, I listen to the spirit of it. When y'all comment, y'all think I be commenting on what y'all said. It's I'm commenting on the spirit behind what I think what you said. So when I comment, it ain't about you. I promise you. I'm not mad at Kendrick Lewis and who else? Corey. None of y'all. I'm not. It's your words that you type on the screen. I got the because uh, 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 the people around the country don't know who you are. They know who I am. So I have a responsibility, Jeremy Cunningham. When it comes on the screen, like Karima just said, where's the media team for LSU? They should be helping to direct her. Who is who is her no person? Her voice of reason. Good one. Y'all know. Thank you, Karima. That's a good one. Karima, I'm gonna mark that one because I might come back to it. I agree. She being used for clickbait. Look at Jeremy. Jeremy, I'm sitting there listening. I'm sitting there listening, Jeremy. Y'all know me. I'm not, man. I love my young people, man. Our next generation, man. I'm trying to do everything. I wish I had a Robert Hatter when I was a little boy. I didn't. That this accessible to all aspects of life. And all you have to do is email him at chopshophtx@gmail.com and he will reply back to you. I didn't have that. I didn't. I didn't have that. You follow me? So I don't take this position for granted. So I'm sitting there. I'm watching something last night. Watching something. Angel said something about I don't. She tried to come in our locker room, and we didn't want her, Jill Biden, to come in our locker room because her husband didn't pick us to get out of Baton Rouge. Angel, I love you, baby. But can't do that, sweetie. You can't do that. You got to respect the office. Even though a lot of us didn't like the president that they had there, 45. You always respect the office. Trey Phillips, y'all talking about money. I ain't talking about the money she got to make. It's bigger than money, man. John Morant got money. He got problems. It ain't about money. Y'all keep y'all keep focusing on what somebody else gonna make or what somebody else ain't gonna make. So, I ain't ta- I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the vitriol she gonna get. I ain't worried about her money. I ain't never mentioned how much money she gonna make. Don't care. I'm not representing. But she said that the other day. She said it. She said, why wouldn't a group of young women, predominantly white women, two black women on the team, two black white girls on the team, why wouldn't they want to go and visit with the president's wife? But the woman she loves so much, Kim Mulkey, uh, when everybody else said they were not LSU women's basketball, hope this right, yeah. When every other program refused to go to that White House at Baylor, she took her Baylor team to the White House. Now, Jill Biden is the wife of Joe Biden. I'm just connecting dots, and y'all help me. Someone that defeated the person who Kim Mulkey went to see at the White House. I just want to know what influenced our young 20-year-old girls to sit and say they don't want us, they don't want to see her. They don't want her in her dressing room. I'm not talking about no politicians, man, really. I'm really. This ain't about politics, Ricky. I'm talking about our young girls and who influenced them, Ricky Scott. You're missing the boat. You're missing the boat. I don't care about no governor talking about, no. You're missing the boat. It's a bigger picture than this. I'm talking about the influence of our young girls that'll make them say, we didn't want her in our dressing room in the first place. This before the game. So Jill probably went to the other dressing room and the game was over. Of course, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what Jill Biden was thinking. I don't know. But what I was just thinking about is what made our girls. Kim Mulkey can convince a whole team of black Baylor players to go to a Trump White House, but she can't convince her team to allow the sitting uh, uh, first lady to come in their dressing room. Jeremy Cunningham, I know that, man. Come on. Come on. I just said that. Were you listening? A lot of people ain't gonna pick him. Obama didn't pick the right team, but they still wanted to come to the White House. Jeremy Cunningham. That ain't no damn excuse. Glad you put that crazy ass. That ain't no damn excuse. Just cause somebody didn't pick your ass to go to the. They mentioned it because Mike didn't pick them to make the Final Four, so they didn't vote. What? Jeremy Cunningham, did you know I think that's stupid as hell. But what I was trying to say, Kim Mulkey influenced her Baylor players to go to Jeremy Cunningham, to the Trump White House. You think them black kids and their parents wanted them to go to the Trump White House? They don't want to come see. Angel, that's why I said, Angel, just be quiet. I don't want you, baby, you fighting these wars for her. But then I find, this Angel, baby, hold on. This what got me. Let me find it for y'all. Watch this. Y'all got to hear this. Y'all got to hear this.
No, look, I do. Like, everything LSU has done, they downplayed all year. Our out-of-conference schedule was weak. The SEC was weak. Mind you, 4 teams were still to the Sweet 16 going into the Elite Eight. So you saying all these things, Coach Mulkey is a racist, all this stuff. She has a team full of black women that stand on her and stand by her back. You have Didi, Taya, all of them coming from Baylor. She was at Baylor. They don't go to Baylor. They come to LSU to support her, just to see everything we got all year. I knew what was coming. I knew they were not going to be satisfied, because now what they're saying.
My young queen, just because a white person brings you in, have a team full of black girls to win and make her some money, don't mean she love your little black ass. Andrew Jefferson, President Jefferson had slaves and had babies by his slaves. If he kept them as a slave, he didn't give a fat rat's ass about them. Just because Didi them coming and maybe she got. Yo, we got to teach our young girls better. She got a team full of black players. I can't play it, but I'll never forget it. I can't play it because I got flagged for it. A shadow show, y'all. I never forget this movie where Bo Bridges played the white good dude, and the guy played Jim Brown, and he came back home. He came over to the man's house. The white Jim Brown came to visit. The white guy's going, well, Jim, we love you. I'm not like the rest of them, Jim. I love you, Jim. You're great. I love you, Jim. I love you, Jim. And then they sit out on the porch, and then his daughter come and say, hey, Dad, I need you to move this dresser for me. Daddy went in to move the dresser, and Jim followed the daddy. Said, man, I won't help you move the dresser. He said, Jim, come on, man. You know we don't lie. The N-words in the house. I love you, Jim. I love you, Jim. I love you, Jim. I love you. Ladies and gentlemen, I told y'all should have shared this show. Ain't nobody gonna say this nowhere else in America. This shit bothered me all night. I called some people last night and said, did you think about this? I don't care about Jameson Morrow. What has this got anything to do with the conversation? what it's about. Hell no, I don't know what it's about. She had to say that to even up the show. She ain't had to do nothing. Just like Caitlin Clark on. She had to, man, get that mess off my screen. Nobody had to say nothing. What make our young black girls think Kim Monkey cause Dee Dee and them come back to see her? They don't go to Baylor. Man, some of y'all in love with y'all, with these people. I got to play that again. Because James Morrow ain't paying attention. He ain't reading the
sense. No, look, I do. Like, everything LSU has done, they downplayed all year. Our out-of-conference schedule was weak. The SEC was weak. Mind you, 4 teams were still in the Sweet 16 going into the Elite 8. So you saying all these things, Coach Mulkey is a racist, all this stuff. She has a team full of black women that stand on her and stand behind her back. You have Dee Dee, Taya, all of them coming from Baylor. She was at Baylor. They don't go to Baylor. They come to LSU to support her, just to see everything we got all year. I knew it was.
Man, that bothered me all night. That bothered me all night. Just because she got some black players on her team that make her rich, she can't be racist. Do y'all know Angel? South Carolina was her first choice when she was leaving Maryland, because she kept getting hurt in Maryland. She got her body right. She came back, and healthy. She just said, okay, I ain't scared to get away from, I ain't scared to go. So Carolina, but a friend of hers invited her to come to LSU first, and she went to LSU. And just like LSU do, once you get on their campus, they're going to tell you the best thing since rice bread. So she wound up going there, and it worked out for her. Then she talked about in the interview, the money I'm making LSU is more than some people that's in the WNBA. Babe, 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 babe. Just because someone used you as a commodity to further her generations, her family's generations of wealth, don't mean they not racist. Y'all, that just breaks my heart, man. Mark, that just some about that is just getting to me, right? I just want her to watch it, because she's going out on a ledge on these interviews. And I looked at the people who control LSU basketball. Okay? Okay? Take a look at this. The 2 top people, associate head coach is Kim Mulkey, Bob Starkey. Okay, we go. Then they got assistant coach Daphne Mitchell. Then they got a guy named Gary Reedus, a brother. Okay. This girl right here in the corner, right there where I got my finger. Let me see. The girl, right, trying to point at her. My hand didn't do it. Right there. Her name is Jennifer Roberts. She's director of player personnel and influence. Powerful. Her, Kim Mulkey, Bob Starkey are the two most powerful people in this program. Y'all can go look for it for yourself. This young girl took the hit, came out of her mouth, saying, well, we ain't going to the White House. We going to see the Obamas. The university issued a statement that they going to the White House. That's why I said, baby, you got these platforms. Brandon Marshall, you shouldn't have let her talk like Brandon Marshall. You should have edited that out. Brandon Marshall, I guess y'all just want clicks. If she had came on the Chop Shop talking like that, I said, no, baby, we ain't gonna put that out to the world. I don't even know what you're saying, James Samara. I don't even understand what you're talking about. Maybe you're talking about something, man. James Samara, let's stay on task, man. You in your quest to try to be right and prove. I don't even understand what you're saying. Your comments, maybe one day you need to call in because your words on this, it's just terrible. I don't even understand what you're saying. Because it ain't nothing that I'm talking about. You talking about she might be saying that the coach, but it's not racist. I heard what she said. You talking about what she might be saying. She said her coach, people said her coach is racist, but Jameson Morrow, she got all black girls on her staff. That don't mean you're not racist. Jameson Morrow. What are you? I don't even know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I missed you. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I just don't. Kim Mulkey ain't taking no hits. The young girl taking all the hits. Do me a favor, Jameson. Go to her Twitter. Go to her social media. Go to her social media and see all the vitriol. Barry, you don't produce this show. Stay in your place now. Come on now. Y'all stay in your lane like I do. Stay in your lane. I ain't trying to come over there and tell you what to do, Barry. I ain't never told you what to do. I suggest what you should do, ever. So please don't suggest what I should do. I got this. She's a 20-year-old girl away from home. John Moran had a publicist. Publicists don't matter. I wouldn't have let them released my daughters. I said, Brandon Marshall, y'all got to let me see this. Because she going to take all the hits on her social media. This what y'all, I'm not worried about. Kim Mulkey is dodging it, Brian. She done convinced these girls they come back to see her. I don't understand it. 20 years old, man. I knew how impressionable I was. I let some people talk me out of doing some stuff that I thought I should do when I was in college. And I let the crowd influence me. Man, don't pursue that, man. It ain't gonna be no money into that in years. And then I listen to them clowns. I think about that all the time. I'm listening to them clowns. The two most dangerous things in the world. And y'all don't hear it because y'all ain't listening to it. Dr. Martin Luther King said, maybe y'all like him. Maybe he said, it's not my words. He said, the two most dangerous things in the world is sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. This interview was bigger than us. You're right. This young girl sitting up and talking about telling the world we gonna forgive her. But some people ain't gonna forgive her. Y'all understand what I'm talking about, man? I mean, I don't think y'all. I even called my partner last night. I said, man, it didn't settle well for me. That this baby said, group of black women said they don't want to meet the first lady. That's what I'm saying. I started this conversation off saying I'm scared for her. Because she's popping up on every interview and just talking. Man, you have to, let me tell you something, man. You have to have some kind of everything she say. Because yes, she is she's a brand. Oh, Herb, thank you, Herb. Thank you to all them people talking about I done tried to explain y'all about these black coaches, y'all. I ain't gonna even talk about it. I ain't gonna even tell y'all about them. Y'all think these, yeah, come on. No, I don't think she's jeopardized her status. She's just a young girl, man. And she was talking, and I'm afraid that she need to just stop. Well, I got a platform. Just because you got a platform don't mean you need to say stuff all the time. I love what she said the other day about the young black girls and gonna stick up for them. Yes, I love that part. But come on, baby. We'll keep that focus. Leave the politics out of it, baby. Wow. I'm gonna show you why I'm talking about it. Show you why I'm talking about this. High school coach just sent me this just a second ago at 12:45. What time is it now? 12:45, right? Man, we need y'all's prayers. We just had a student commit suicide in the early hours of the morning today. It's tough. Thank you. It's a tough day. Just send me this. That's why I'm putting this on wax. So our young kids don't just go to these universities and make people like Kim Mulkey rich so she can support the people that's oppressing us. That's all. Tommy Tuberville showed you. All them black players at Auburn and all them other schools he coached at made him rich. He was so rich. Now he had enough money to become a senator. Became a senator and vote down every bill that's gonna help a person that looked like the players that he was recruiting. And the kids said, I love Tommy Tuberville. I'm going to play for Tommy Tuberville. I go back to Auburn just to meet Tommy Tuberville. He can't be racist, Robert. He got all of these black players. Are y'all hearing me? Jameson, that's why are y'all hearing me? Say ain't about y'all thinking about the girl. I'm thinking about how this free us and how this heal our community. We got to be healed from thinking these people they love you. Let me tell you something, King Sticks. Ain't no, let me put it in. This is what he said, y'all. How's she gonna be the most influential black woman in America? And give me something. Give me some of your traits to become the most influential black woman in America. King Sticks. Put that up there. Give me some of your traits for you to think. Let me put that back up there, y'all. It's class. We're gonna go to class today. Give me some of your traits of your most influential black woman in America. Give them to me. Give them to me. When it's all said and done. Help me out. Help me out. Just help me out now. See, this the part that I don't like. When you put something on the screen, all I ask you to elaborate it on it. Write it out. Give us some bullet points. Give us some bullet points. Let's see. Hold on. That's true, but we let go where the black head coach is at. We let go. Keep that generation well. Patrick Punks, Curtis George. I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there letting this little baby. Y'all got to go back and look at the vitriol that she got just because she did this and did this to the girl. But then some clown, and I'm going to go here. I'm waiting on him. Those black players are simple. Let me tell y'all something. I ain't nothing against Angel Reese. But it's some more women out there are influential. So that's why I'm asking you. So you forgetting about the black doctors we got? The neurosurgeons we got? Oh, that's not influential. Y'all help me. Most influential? Okay. That's why I'm asking. I see he didn't got quiet. Unless he's just writing a whole, just give us some bullet points. Okay. But I'm thinking about it. And y'all, it kind of bothered me a little bit. I sit there and said, this little girl that jumped out in front of this. And she's the only one speaking for the university. Trust me, for every white head coach that make those racist remarks or comments towards black students, now there's a black sitting idle about, and I said, see that? Y'all, we waiting on King Sticks. King Sticks, come on, man, give us something. You made a statement, give us something. I mean, I love it. I don't know. I asked him the qualities. What are the qualities of being the most influential black? I want to know the qualities. What you got to do? Play basketball? What's the qualities of becoming? I just want to know. When you make a statement, see what I mean? Think about it, y'all. All I'm trying to do, I gave y'all a perfect example. Tommy Tuberville, that was a good one. Put these guys in position, but it just troubled me when my baby said this, and I got to play it one more time.
No, look, I do. Like everything LSU has done, they downplayed all year. Our out-of-conference schedule was weak. The SEC was weak. Mind you, 4 teams were still to the Sweet 16 going into the Elite Eight. So you saying all these things, Coach Mulkey is a racist, all this stuff. She has a team full of black women that stand on her and stand behind her back.
She got a team full of black women that stand for her and have her back. And half of these do. So we can't get a team full of black boys, the back a black coach, to say they damn life. With her platform, she's starting to say the right stuff. She would be King Stick. No, that it takes more than that. King Stick. It takes more. Take more than that. Just running your mouth saying stuff ain't gonna make you influential. You got to do something. You got to see how it frees us, and you got to see how it frees our village for you to be influential in my maybe influential in your life, but not me. Michael Jordan, I don't what you want to. I think what he meant. Quit trying to say what he think what she meant. You ain't in you. LeBron is influential. Who is LeBron is influential to you? Whom? LeBron is a basketball player that I think one of the greatest basketball players to ever live. And I like certain things that he does. See, in this groupie ass society that we in, that everybody is grouping. LeBron said it's the gospel. We the only race that happens in. Only race that we look to our celebrities, so-called celebrities, to be our spokesman, to be our most influential people. And now, Michael Jordan is so great that he gonna tell me what King Six thinks. Now Michael Jordan is a mind reader. Just cause you outspoken, you can, excuse me. What's the little boy name? We was talking about the other day. What's the little boy, little baby? He just said all that ignorant ass shit everybody been following him to do, Michael Jordan. I guess he influential too then. Thank you. Thank you. See, I'm thinking in yeah, Mike. Yeah. But you could have, I don't know where you get that comment for. I didn't know you was a skin diver, that you can get up under that man's skin and know what he's thinking. Influential can go either way, good or bad. Little baby just said, man, I done messed up. I ain't finna sing them songs no more. But he was influential. It's a party in my city, yeah. Okay, LeBron James. Don't talk about yourself, LeBron James. LeBron James is the only guy I know, Herb Baker, that's in, got his own teammates barking out, he the GOAT in the locker room. Yeah, Mike. Mike, let somebody else say it. Don't you say it. Doug Smith said, when I go to certain schools, I only deal with assistant coaches, and I'm sure the head coach knows that the assistants is the only reason we're there. Yes, you know. But all I'm sitting up here saying, we got a young girl that sit up here and said, they're not going to the White House because Joe Biden didn't have her in his brackets. Where did she get that from? So she follows Joe Biden so closely. Because I haven't seen the tweet because I don't follow Joe Biden. We don't want the first lady, ain't but one of them in the whole planet. We don't want her in our dressing room. Because he didn't pick us. I didn't pick y'all's ass either. How about that? I didn't. You mad? You be mad at me too? You gonna be mad at some more people. You be mad at a whole lot of people. Lady had a chance to come in and speak with the team. Something just don't sit where I just don't think no group of 20-year-olds did that. Because I know who got influence over them. And y'all just failed to see it. Some people don't even want to see it. She got influence over them. Ain't nowhere in the world my daughter been on that Baylor team. She was going to the White House. But Kim Mulkey hasn't spoken a word about all these folks talking about her prize black on social media. I ain't hear her say nothing to them. And she took up for her boss, her overseer, whatever y'all gonna call her. Hold up, I had something else for y'all, man. I had something for y'all. If Jimmy keep messing around, I got something for y'all. I want to share with y'all. I don't understand this. Y'all notice? Dawn Staley, you mess with her kids, she come out and what? Talk, say, hey, leave my kids alone. See, thank you, Karima. Karima, this was I was trying to explain the whole time. And everybody else wanted to go and tell about, well, she's the most influential. This what I ain't talking about my baby. I love Angel Reese. Karima, I might be wrong, Karima, but I'm just looking at it. The baby is being used as a pawn. Because yesterday, you know who I love? You know who I love? Who my girl? Tell you who my girl is now. Let me see, please. Watch this.
Caitlin, the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, was at the final on Sunday. She said afterwards the game was so great, she was thinking about inviting both teams to the White House, yourselves and LSU. Would you want to go to the White House as a runner-up?
I don't know. I don't think runner-ups usually go to the White House. I think LSU should, enjoy that moment for them. And congratulations. Obviously, they deserve to go there. Maybe I could go to the White House on different terms, though. But, I think, that's for LSU. So, that's a pretty cool moment, and they should enjoy every single, second of being a champion. So, I think that's theirs to do. But more than anything, I'm just lucky enough that there were some really cool people in the arena at that championship game Sunday night. There was some really, highly sought after people watching and supporting women's basketball. And that's exactly what this game needs. So I appreciate the First Lady being in the house and watching both teams and supporting the greatness of women's basketball.
Caitlin, the First Lady.
See, the reason I thought that was so significant, a young girl came out there and spoke against it. She saw what was happening to that young man, baby on social media. She saw what was happening. See, I go through history, and I don't know if all of y'all was on here yesterday. I was just talking about history, and I was just talking about this comparison stuff, y'all. It's unbelievable. This white versus black. This let's see. Let me see. Did I put this thing here? Let me see. It's somebody just sent me some. Yeah, yeah. I love their comment also. But I was trying to, did I send it to myself? It's just so much stuff that I want to share with y'all about this because around some comments some people made, I'm just trying to see. Oh, and it was talking about Robert. We got to escape this box. So we just talking. He said, I noticed in today's society, it's a constant war between groups. It's this side versus that side. This brand versus that brand. Iowa versus LSU. Iowa versus South Carolina. Black team versus the white team. Larry Bird versus LeBron James. Y'all notice I never get in. LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. I think I'm gonna show y'all how to not get caught up in that style of group thinking. Let's build something. That's what I love about this show. I want to build something. Y'all got to naturally, y'all, humans know this duality. You know, from nighttime to daytime, from crying to laughing, right? But as a child grows in society, parents, friends, or TV installs in the human mind to choose one side. Instead of embracing that the universe is dual and it's okay to be objective, American business, even before modern America is a business. And it's always about money, nothing personal. Think about this. Them people had almost 10 million people to watch the white team versus the black team the other night. I know y'all talking about, no, Rob, I'm telling you, because I'm talking to some of the white people who said that's why they watched it. They told me. Drama sells, ladies and gentlemen. Drama sells. And people are choosing sides. Y'all around here had to choose sides for what? Jimmy or Sloan? I get a drink on that one. Dallas or Houston? Let me get another drink on that one. I have the unique advantage to sit back, enjoy both of them. I enjoy. Dallas. I enjoy Houston. I understand where Sloan's coming from. I understand where Jimmy coming from. People tell me, why you, I ain't trying to get them two guys together. Them guys, you don't have to be together. And the women's matchup outshine the men's national championship because what? That Larry Bird, Magic Johnson syndrome. Check this out. Damn, I didn't mean to go here today. That is Moody. Drama sells and people are choosing sides. The rivals create more profit. I want us to get caught up in this. I want us to know, so we'll know. If you get caught up with it, just say, well, Robert told me, but I like it. I like it anyway. This is installed in the mind as a child. Example, Lakers fan versus the Clipper fan. And the subconscious and ego carries the mentality and carries this mentality in everything. You grew up like in Alabama, so that meant you hated Auburn. You grow up like in Tennessee, so you hate the other school. You grow up like in that is Moody. You grow up in Houston, so you got to hate Dallas because the dudes in prison they be fighting. Wow, where's this stuff taught? But you don't have to. Once you become free, like Robert Hatter. Oh, y'all, guess who? Guess who on here? Guess who on here, y'all? Look who here. I'm gonna stop everything. Look who on the feed. This man said, hold up, y'all. Hey, I'm gonna get back to that because that's important. This man said, get rid of Russ. Get rid of Russ. I hate Russ. That man used to come on this show every day. I hate Russ. And Russ tore their head off last night. I can't make this up, y'all. Y'all, look at me talking about Chop Shop is a sad day. Oh. I'm sorry, Rick. Look, Rick. This dude, when Lakers win, he texts me talking about, man, start this Chop Shop at 8 o'clock in the morning because I'm ready. Boy, I love this show. Y'all don't know. I love this show. Houston, Dallas. Yeah, hold up. Yeah. Herb, I'm getting back to it, Herb. I'm trying to get on the lighter side. Because I'm finna get good. Okay. But y'all, I'm just trying to tell you don't have to be like that once you become free. Think about this, y'all. Labels got rich off of a beef. Labels. Because fans choose sides. Biggie knew Tupac getting shot and him dropping "Who Shot You" would create controversy, and controversy sell. Hold on. Let me put my man on. Look at him. It's sold. Man, Her. I'm sorry, Biggie. I got you, baby. I like them two guys. Oh my God. Y'all, it's not an honor, but I happen to be in both cities. I was in Vegas for the fight when Tupac got killed. And I was in LA at the party that me, the Orlando Magics, the whole team, Shaq, Penny, everybody was at that same party. And we left where Biggie got shot. I don't think about that stuff until now. Matter of fact, it was an earthquake there that weekend too, a little tremor. scared the hell out of me. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I have to thought, but y'all just made me think about that. Just think about that. Pac took it personal because he thought that they were actually friends. But for Big, it was all business. To this day, fans still love one, I hate the other. When you could simply just enjoy both. Boy, look at you, boy. Boy, stop it, Rick. I was at the MGM that night, I think. Yeah, I was at the MGM. MGM is right at, you know where it is. Check this out. Let's say, let me put it on here for you. I got something for y'all. I got a visual for y'all today. These two companies compete over ratings. Yeah, I was a part of it. Shit. Young fella with a pocket full of money, I'm there. You right. Oh. Check this out. These two companies compete over ratings, right? They are total opposites when it comes to politics. A little bit. And many of the people who tune in one channel believe that they are receiving a broad view, not realizing they are only getting one side of the coin in the perspective. And it mostly is confirmation bias, ceremony for them. You would do yourself better by listening to the opposition at times that would teach you to be objective and challenge your own knowledge against opposing views. Check this out. I didn't put them up there. I should have. Did I? No, I didn't put them up there. I wish I had. I got two black women. Just picture Kamala Harris and what's the girl name? Trump's little minion. The girl name. Somebody give me her name. What's the girl name? I always talk, a little cute girl, but she always, then Trump them dropped her. Not Omarosa, the young one. What's her name? What's her name? Somebody tell me. Michael Jordan, you know everything. What's the girl? Candace Owens. I beat y'all. Candace Owens, right? Check this out. Thank you, Freight. You're too late. I beat you. These two black women, right, are from different sides of the political spectrum. So usually, if you love one, you hate the other. This is the super ego at work again. Instead of embracing a different perspective, you make the opposing perspective your enemy. Michael Jordan, see, that's being messy, man. That's being messy. That's being messy right there. See, he being messy right. Y'all had to hear the early part of the show to understand what he talking about. That's a good one. I'm gonna come back to that with Mike Jordan. Y'all got me? Y'all follow me? When the world, when the whole time you can look and see two intelligent black women who didn't have to get naked to compete in spaces where men usually dominate. Why do you look at it like that? You got one religion versus another religion. Both books have helped change the lives of many people, lives for better, and yet holy wars and religious beefs make many people choose sides and bash the other. The Popeyes in churches. The man said Popeyes in churches. Yo, raise sales. But guess what? Instead of focusing on the positive similarities, that they do have, those two women's have. That man talking about salt and sugar on grits. Oh, race sales, y'all. People naturally choose sides. I chose Angel. But the night before, I was tweeting about Iowa. I told y'all I was confused. Let me tell y'all something. Race sales, people naturally choose sides, and it's a huge money maker in a racist society. Okay? So don't ever forget that. Floyd Mayweather got filthy rich selling race-based fights. Y'all didn't realize that, did you? Did y'all notice all the Floyd fights, who they against? Did y'all ever notice that? He's brilliant. People paid hoping to see a non-black boxer finally shut the loudmouth, rich, arrogant ass boxer, black boxer up. He knew it. Got another one for y'all. I'm gonna bring this one close to home because I need y'all to put y'all stuff on the screen. Hold up. Mark, look at Mark. Mark, watch this, Mark. Got something else for you, Mark. That ain't it. iPhone versus Android. I got this water, no. That's gonna take a little time. Let me see. Oh, I didn't finish my tea. See, y'all got me all balanced today, man. I ain't finished my tea. Hey, look at Jason Peters. Jason, check this out. iPhone versus Android. How many of y'all be on here when people have Android people start talking, man, I wouldn't be caught dead with no iPhone. Then iPhone, but how many of y'all ever got into that little scenario? Y'all hold up. Buy you some wine for a second while I turn this fan on right quick. Buy you a little wine. Otha Brown, I'm finna tell y'all something. That's by design to have y'all fighting over the phones. These two phone companies have had consumers at war for decades. To the point where if you have a Droid, it's even looked down on in a classism way. And y'all, in reality, both phones do almost the same thing. I think it must be careful minimizing what our race has had to overcome. It's a good one. I like that. Think about this, y'all. When in reality, both phones, I said, do the same thing. Picking sides in a basketball game. I'm just trying to get us out of the box, okay? This was on. Rick, I'm trying to, everybody who just came on, I'm trying to get us out of the box. I'm trying to cure us. Picking sides in a basketball game. Well, one team has mostly whites and one team has mostly blacks. Like the other night. people made it personally and chose sides. That's why it was so much vitriol on social media. What men did, I was hoping she'd say something. This was the highest rated women's basketball game ever. Landon, it had big characters in it. And it was black versus white game for many. It's black versus white. If you say you didn't think about it, then okay. I got some beachfront property in Fifth Ward. I want to say. People made it personal and chose sides. And instead of just appreciating that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are both great basketball players, like I've said, and both are en route to being very successful women. So far that one of the guys on here, King Stick, said Angel Reese gonna be the most influential woman. Man, how do you all some Matrix stuff today? What up with you, man? I've been praying, man. Let me tell y'all something. But when you think outside of the box, I wish I had a picture I wanted to show y'all in the beginning. I'm trying to somebody coming up out of a box. That's all I was trying to do today. When you think outside the box, it throws group thinkers off. Get some more tea. What y'all think? What y'all think? And since they lack knowledge and vocabulary skills, they lash out like children. I'm talking about the groups on social media talking negative about this beautiful young lady. They lash out like children, and the result, name calling them. So y'all be prepared. If you come outside the box, they might call you names, Kelton. Kelton Solomon came outside the box. This is a black winemaker. He stepped outside the box. And we have the power to make sure he is successful. Before the LSU hour game, I tweeted about Caitlin Clark being a baller. Do you know that all of the lacks and retreats were from white folks? You saw the tweet I tweeted. I ain't never cheered for Iowa in my damn life. Maybe one time when, yeah, I did. Maybe one time when what's my girl? Oh man, I'm forgetting so much. The Cheney State lady, Vivian Stringer. When Vivian Stringer, she coached there. I was cheering for him there. Yes. Watch this, y'all. Y'all be critical. Abstract thinkers are greater than sheep group thinkers. Don't just be part of the group. Think outside the box. Instead of just appreciating the student and the teacher, many people would rather choose sides and be ignorant. See, this is all the super ego at work. Think about it. Farrakhan versus Malcolm. Instead of just appreciating the student and the teacher. Egos, man. We got to step outside of the box. Yeah, Vivian Stringer. Yeah, she won it out. Yes. That's the only time. Then we got your homeboy. Bless his little heart. I got to talk about him. Old Tight Bridges. Tight Bridges is back in the news. And y'all tell me, and because I agree with him. I really agree with him. He said he is willing to back up the NFL. Cam Newton said he is willing to be a backup in the NFL, and he listed the quarterbacks that he would back up. Stop it. He said he'll back up Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields. Watch this, y'all. Tua Tagovailoa, Malik Willis, C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, Jalen Hurts, Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and Sam Howell. Them the only ones he'll say he'll back up. Jimmy, I see you. But Jimmy, your boy Cam Newton, he came out, Jimmy. He came out there and said that I had to tell him, yeah, don't be looking crazy. That Cam Newton said it, them the only ones he'll back up. I know you don't like him. He said them the only one. He ain't backing up none of this other
You
smack.
know what? I rock with Cam a little bit. Old Tight Britches. I
love
with him a little
him.
bit. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I haven't been there, and I keep just forgetting every time I go to Atlanta to go. I heard he got a slamming cigar spot down in
God.
ATL. So
Off chain.
and he's going to be in Houston for Cigar Fest or whatever it is at next month. So he's supposed to be in Houston. He big in the.
So make sure you do the Thaddeus Moody and the Kevin Freeman. Make sure you take 1,000 pictures with his ass, Jimmy. That's what you need to do.
Hey man, I can't be mad at.
No, we ain't mad at them. Them guys, no. Them guys are good at what they do.
And you know, I'm just gonna give credit to where it's due in regards to, like, let's say Kevin Freeman first.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes it's humorous, but then I saw him at one of the events and with his family, and his son. All those pictures that Kevin Freeman take, he shows it to his son, and his son eyes get that big. He loves that marvels his son to see that his dad may know of or know some of those people to get that close to get pictures with. I mean, it really, I'm telling you, that's when it hit me. I don't have biologicals, right? So sometimes I got to see a moment and feel a moment to whereas then I can understand. It ain't groupie with him. That's one way that he can keep a straight connection with his son, to keep him on the narrow, to be able to respect dad. Hey man, even dad may not have this economically. You do live in Kingwood, Kevin Freeman, but at the same time, dad knows these people, or dad know of these people close enough to get them to let them in that space. So that's for him. As far as Thaddeus Moody, he
feel the same way.
He's a guy that's he's retired, right? And he's no different than a Rod Wells. Rod Wells is retired. He's in the boom boom room on the youth. They go and they travel around the country on their own dime. Don't ask anybody for nothing.
Jimmy, Jimmy, that's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, that ain't you. Okay, yeah, you were supposed to.
And meanwhile, when he goes back home, those pictures are forms of evidence. That whereas when you go back home, he can go tell somebody, I was at the party with this guy. They won't be like, otherwise they'll say, man, shut up. No, you wasn't.
See, I'm the complete opposite, Jimmy. I don't want no evidence. That's good. I like that. I don't want evidence. But you're right. He want evidence.
You know, and it's not and Walt Yates. I know he's just jousting with them on social media. But then you think about it, those guys. That's filling, soul filling.
That's good.
That's soul food for a lot of people when they get a chance, especially when you go to places and let's say they come in the room and they see you, Hatter, and you don't ignore them, but you let so-and-so know, hey, man, this is Thaddeus Moody from Chicago. And now they get to talking. Next thing you freaking know, Thaddeus Moody knows somebody that this guy know, and they sitting there. I'm like, I saw it happen 2 or 3 times at the Final Four. Yeah. I'm like, oh, shit. He knows everybody, or knows of. I'm telling you, and it was like.
Him and Eric Boone. You meet my partner, Eric Boone.
No.
He was in that. You met him?
I met Eric that was with Daddy. I think his last name's something else.
Oh, you talking about Eric? Oh, I don't know him.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Eric Boone. That's the one they met on the feed, and then they find out they know all of each other. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. But keep going. I like that.
Yeah, man. So I just wanted to put that out there for some people. And we get
No,
on, we joke.
I'm gonna always make fun of them. Cause guess what?
We're gonna pick fun of them. But I'm saying, but that way people
You know what, Jimmy?
understand
Cause my timeline be full of them too.
it.
I can't go on my timeline. This man, Status Moody had Molly next to him. And Jimmy, I want to ask Status Moody. And I don't want to ask because if people think I'm asking, but Jimmy, I finally, I go back and look at the shows from last week. I didn't know Stephen A. Smith went on last week.
Mm-hmm.
He was on vacation. But guess what?
Mm-hmm. Molly was too.
Either.
Yes.
That's all I'm gonna say. How you doing?
Hey, that happened last year too, Alan.
See, I remember last year, I went back and said, wait a minute. He ain't here. She ain't here. Ain't none of them put nothing on social media. Makes you say, But that's all.
Yeah, man. So hey man, we got a short hot 30. I got some scoop for you guys.
Come on, give us some scoop.
What all you talk about? So
I ain't talking about nothing you gonna talk about. Jimmy, I promise you did. Jimmy, that what I just talked about today came directly from the throne room. There's nobody know about that but me and Jesus. I'm serious. I ain't talking about nothing in the news or nothing. So you got free reign.
So let's share the show first, and let me go up in the boom boom room from off one of my other devices so that I can share this show right along with you guys, and that way. Let me see. I'm sharing it right now, and I'm asking you to share the show as well to your stories and make it public to your pages. I guess first we'll get off into like three folds. The continue the conversation with the transfer portal.
Yeah, let's do that. I ain't talking about that.
Yeah. And so first, when it comes to the portal, we want to get something out there quickly in regards to the conversation from yesterday. Mm-hmm. Okay, often we get there are numbers that are float out there, and sometimes it could be just like the young fellow we talked about, Peck from Miami. Remember, and Peck with the 800,000 name
for 2
years. That's for 2 years. That's not 1 year.
He got a 2-year deal.
That's for 2 years. I'm just saying that's for 2. But some people say he got 800 and they'll run with it. That's not. Yeah. So that 400 per year.
And Jimmy, I found out they don't give him all the money at one time. They give it to him monthly.
No. Yes, it comes monthly. I've seen with my eyes an actual contract with one of the players in one of the Power Fives. Well, not the whole contract. I saw one page. Okay. That's all I needed to see. I'm not a contract advisor. He showed me the page that whereas
the schedule. They call it the schedule. It's a schedule of payment.
And how much he's getting monthly. And plus on that same page, Hatter, it says it made, I'm paraphrasing the verbiage, said that he would get an annual usage of a vehicle, and the vehicle shall be a Mercedes sedan.
Oh yeah.
No. So of the 5 Series. So I saw that with my own eyes. And so now back to this thing, want to clarify the name, image, likeness money and deals, according to the NCAA, it's not meant. I got to say this. It's not meant to induce you to play sport there. Me and you know better, but that's what the NCAA rule is. And a school
Do anybody care what their rules are?
Yeah, I mean, but it's just a technical
Okay.
trap. So with that being said, let me put it like this. Mentioned one player yesterday, Tremont Mark. Let's say the numbers he's received an offer from several schools, and I gave you the 4 schools he narrowed it down to. I think it was Florida, Texas A&M, Arkansas, and what was the other one? Florida, Texas A&M, Arkansas. What the other one had that I called out yesterday?
One Kansas State?
Kansas State. Yeah. So now I mentioned name, image, likeness from one of the schools. Well, let's just do it like this. Let's say I misspoke. Let's just say I misspoke on that. And let's just say I've spoken with people from Arkansas basketball this morning. So let's get that right out there. So this, once again, these deals, that's why you don't, sometimes the number will get out there, and sometimes until you get face to face with people, until you get and meet the people, and until the ink is on the paper, and that's not going to happen until after they can show it to you. They can show you a copy, but it ain't going to be published or given to you to sign until after you have committed to the school or after you have signed the letter of intent. But what I will tell you is that the market of a lot of these kids, sometimes the name, image, likeness, it comes from collectives and it comes from outside deals.
That's what people don't understand when they be making these little lists and people sending us little lists.
Yeah.
Them lists don't have no idea what these collectives doing. But I'm gonna just keep on going, Jim.
Oh yeah. Oh, now I'm gonna talk about that too.
Yeah.
Remind me to talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
I want to get this straight in regarding this, and because you don't want to get people into a situation where they are not in compliance because the NCAA rules, you can't go for this, for that. You can't, that's what they have in paper. So you don't want to, so with this situation, Tremont Mark, I misspoke. But I'm going to say it again.
So did you give us some misinformation or disinformation? Misinformation just you didn't know. Disinformation mean your ass knew and just gave us a badass dope. Which one?
I knew. Oh, I knew. but we just, once again, we don't want to get nobody.
No, okay, come on, man. Come on. I'm messing with you.
So you guys understand that. That's why I'm going to follow it up with this before we get into this other topic. The market, again, is already established. If you go and look at, we're using benchmark is a guy like Peck at Miami. If Peck is getting 400, then other people are going to try to get 400. His own teammate tried to get 400. Now, he might get it. Wong might get it if he comes back next year. They might bump him up to 400 next year. But that's not going to be the norm. The norm is closer to the 250 mark, 200 mark for high-level players at Power 5. That's the norm. Miami was on some others-ish, even with football and basketball.
The dude, he just like that, Jimmy. He just like that guy.
They were on some other stuff. So them creating a market, it was a false market for the norm.
Okay.
Not to say that people won't, that somebody ain't gonna get that somewhere. Yeah, somebody is, but that ain't the norm. So With that having been said, if a young man has an opportunity for playing basketball and still getting his college education at the simultaneously to accrue $250,000, right, estimated, guess what? What do you tell him? What do you tell him? Don't do it? What do you tell him? You tell him, oh, let's go here. Tomorrow is going to be. You go and get it. And then on top of that, people are getting more and more and more savvy on this stuff and what they're asking. Some people are making sure they're getting in writing that if I want to come back and get my college degree, if I do happen to have success at this school and have to leave and I'm one and done or two and done, that you're going to leave the door open for me to come back. That used to be an unwritten rule. And it is for a lot of programs out there, but you still want that in writing. I mentioned the use of vehicles. That's a common practice. Guys been driving cars, the big men on campuses. They've been driving vehicles, right? I see you, Jeffrey Day. So you guys, once again, erase the chalkboard from yesterday on the numbers and on that. And just use your common sense on a lot of the stuff, right? And then because what you don't hear was not common is the name, image, likeness deal beating that news beating the player to the letter of intent being signed. That ain't common. You hear that after. And then with all due respect, when it comes afterwards, then guess what? We'll rap about it. But we do know what the market is. And certain schools don't have more in their kitty than others. It is what it is. That don't mean they're not patching up and they're not huddling up, because they know they have. That's why a lot of alumni have functions, fundraisers. They meet up at different sports bars or different functions. That's what they do to try to come up with ideas. We got to get this done. We love this. Guess what? You think for a minute that University of Colorado alumni base or bases or circles within their base ain't been meeting up to try to figure out, hey, we need to pass the hat around. It happens. But and one thing about it, rooting for these young guys, because no matter what, it's an opportunity to provide for themselves their immediate future as they continue their quest into pro basketball, whatever part of the country or the globe it may lead to.
Jimmy, it gives them a chance, man. If my mama can't afford to fly nowhere and get no hotel when I'm playing, I got the means to go do that now. Because they give these folks, everybody else flying around and everybody else in these hotel rooms. I mean, let me tell you something. That's why I'm going to keep saying it. I love the transfer portal. I love the NIL. Hey, because Jimmy, I know the building. Shit, Jimmy, I walked around the building about 5 or 6 times when I was at the NRG, the stadium, Jimmy. Jimmy, a lemonade costs $10, Jimmy. Jimmy, a lemonade costs $10. Man, somebody had a little thing and posted something, $127 for what they had, their little meal they had. Let me tell you something, man. I walked around and I saw the trucks. I saw see, there's some stuff goes on behind the game. All of these people got to be paid. Man, it's big business. And everybody around there getting paid except them little boys was out there on the floor, Jimmy. Let me repeat that. The police getting paid. I'm walking through there. There's police everywhere. Everybody's around there getting paid except the boys out there risking their limbs and risking that. Like Sam Cassell can't sit in no regular chair. He had to sit in a high chair now because of the strain that been on his back for all of them years from playing. And he wasn't a high flyer. Yeah, then I'm looking at Vince Carter. He's a high flyer. How he just getting around the other day. So let me tell y'all something, man. It is big business going on around there, man. And then I walk into the arena. Everybody's making money. This person making money. This person, everywhere I go, Jimmy. Then I look at the scores table. 90% white folk. All of them making money. But I look on the floor, and the black players all these years haven't been getting nothing but what somebody can sneak to them or what an agent can give to them. A $1 billion business and the people who are responsible for it not getting paid. Jim, I'm telling you, I walked around just to see that. I said, wow, Robert, I've been blind. Because guess what? I ain't never had a pass that can get me everywhere like that around all of these places. Because I'm sitting there watching stuff that I never knew was going on. And everybody getting paid, but except them boys out there on the floor. Man, get them boys that bread. Come on, Jimmy. Come on back.
I mean, that's you know, and a lot of these guys, guess what? The number that I just gave a while ago, that ain't normal either. That's only for the top. That's only maybe for one player on each team. So let's get of a championship caliber program, of a big budget program. That's only for him. Don't get this twisted. Don't get it twisted. You think right now, just because Florida Atlantic made it to the championship, that all of a sudden these guys will start getting 200 racks? Oh no, they don't have it. And if one of them get a deal for somewhere in that range, that coaching staff gonna say, you know what, it was good, man. We can't tell you, we can't do nothing about that. We'll try. More power to you. And that's the thing I want to get you guys to understand. Somebody mentioned to me this morning, Hatter, that about one of the kids that's transferring from one of the SWAC schools. Somebody mentioned about them having so much success, and he didn't have no name, image, likeness at that prospective school. And I'm like, well, that ain't what you went to that school for.
But the game has changed, Jimmy.
But the game has changed. So go what happens? Know what happens?
What?
Go and fly around about the cabin and try and see what your value is.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
And at the end of the day, most of them will settle for less than what they sought out for because they realize that's real out there. You ain't getting it less like you say you want it. And some of your partners who told you they getting it like that, they ain't getting it like that. You guys, remember this. We all got that one partner that lies on his Peter back in the days. Remember that. We all got one partner like that. You know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all laugh by spitting out your coffee right now. That's what you get on the Chop Shop. He laughed. We got that one partner. And it might have been 30 years later. You might saw the old captain of the cheerleader, and you're like, man, you let no pokey.
But Jimmy, is the line on the Peter? What about it? Is this line on the Peter? If you said no, I ain't messing with her. I ain't messing with her. But you did. Is that line? That's reverse line.
That's reverse line. That's reverse discrimination on the Peter. It's reverse. Hey.
Guilty.
Hey, that's the one who had the big boned cheerleader. You had the dance girl that was a little thickum. And
yes, sir.
Now you gonna lie on her. No, man, I ain't did that with her. You know, doggone well.
Oh my God. Man, quit, man. You're bringing no, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Hey, now back to the other topic. Let me clarify and educate something. We received a message this morning that was on one of the websites on 3, and they have a logarithm in place that produces a value on prospects, name, image, likeness. They have a whole department geared to that because once you construct the logarithms, you can play with them and produce just like stats. You can produce steals, assists, turnovers. You can produce whatever you want to from those. So they produce a variety of lists deriving from name, image, likeness. One of them is the marketability or the value. They call it the value of certain players. So let me get this straight. So and add to this because I made a call this morning as well. I thought I knew it already, but I just wanted to clarify. And I talked to one of the guys with them, or who's close with them, with the basketball department. Those name, image, likeness valuations, they're based primarily on your social media followings that you see on On3. Not the eye test on if a coach feel like I need you could do something for me. To hell with that. I'll give you 50 racks if you come on over here. That ain't got nothing, see what I'm saying? So it's a good measuring stick, but understand that's not the whole value of some. That's based on their social media presence, primarily based on your followers, your following, how often you engage, how often in your presence is. That's what that is primarily comprised of. So I want to make sure you guys understand when you see it. I like this; it's kind of cool, but understand what it don't include. It don't include the unwritten intangible
And the ancillary pieces. It's a lot of stuff going on, man, that we don't even know that's going on. You're right. I'm glad you cleared that up. I was laughing when they sent it to me. When they sent it, I said, "Man, this ain't."
What your homeboy doing, real quick, before we get up and land this plane? What your homeboy doing?
I don't know. Talk about something else, man. Talk about something else. You know he ain't doing good. He don't talk about Tiger right now.
Are you serious?
I only got one leg, man. Missing all them damn putts, man. Ain't missing more putts than me.
So he's struggling to make the cut.
No, Jim, you got 2 days, Jim. You got 2 days. You got tomorrow. After the first day, you can't lose the tournament. No, you can't win the tournament in one day, but you can sure lose it. But tomorrow,
He just won over.
Yeah, no, he won over. Oh, he good. If he won over, he good.
Won over ain't bad.
Won over ain't bad. But I'm just saying, Jimmy, he could have been 3 or 4 under. The man 3-putted 3 times. He did the damn Kevin Freeman 3 times. Yeah. No, because Jimmy, the cut, y'all, because I keep hearing people talking, you have to play 2 days, right? Today and tomorrow. The top 75 and ties goes, the rest of them dudes get on the plane and go home. The 75 and above, they go. 70 or 75 go. Okay. No, he's just missing putts, man. Putts ain't got nothing to do with Father Time. But I'm going to go watch him later. But I know it was something else I wanted to share with y'all. So, Jimmy, you done with your name, image, and likeness? But, Jimmy, I didn't see where you were just talking about what you thought that the kid was saying, that information you got from about Tremont Mark was kind of a little skewed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah. So
I'll tell y'all one thing. Kyrie Irving might have saved the Mavericks from missing the play-in last night. Did y'all see him last night? You got to go see it.
Yeah, I saw highlights of him. I watched most of the Laker game last night. I got some good rest. And
LeBron was terrible.
LeBron
was terrible.
Yeah, he played like he was, like he was tired. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, once again, that's that switch we saw. You can cut it on when you want to, but then that wasn't a good showing for last night. Defensive wise, I just didn't like the Lakers on defense. They just allowed too many points consistently throughout that first half of the game. Powell just made them look so slow on there.
Powell. Think of what you said, Powell.
Powell made them look slow.
That's bad.
And unathletic out there, the way Powell's moving around. Anthony Davis, I just need more consistency out of him. You can't have LeBron being in nonchalant mode and you being in nonchalant mode at the same time.
Jimmy, I just think them dudes just get tired. Jimmy, they hurt. Both of them hurt now. They ain't injured. They hurt.
But
it's hard to play hurt, man.
If I didn't realize that they had lost to that team that many times in a row.
Oh yeah.
It was 10 times in a row before last night.
Yeah.
If nothing else, and this game was a money game. This was a money
Oh,
ball.
it was a money game.
So that means if you wasn't enthused to say, okay,
So how you gonna turn it on in the playoff? That's gonna be money games.
you're not gonna be able to just turn it on when you want to and you get older like that. You're not, because your personnel around you, I'm looking around, I'm looking at like even look ugly. He's looked slow last night. That stuff, I mean, it's like
Jimmy, it was a back-to-back, Jimmy. I don't think you understand them back-to-backs, dude. Back-to-back's hard on pimp. Hey, by the way, Tiger, the two guys in Tiger groups are leading this majors. Xander Schauffele and Victor Hovland. They leading, Jimmy. So he got two dudes balling with him, and he just can't make a putt, though. And let me tell you, in his defense, he hitting the ball pretty good. I got him on one of these screens. He hit the ball good. But, Jimmy, I wanted to share, it was something else about, did you see what Jason Kidd did the other night?
no,
It was in the press conference. Jason Kidd, they asked him about Mark Cuban endorsement of him and his excitement about running it back next year. Like, I'm going to get fired type stuff, right? He said, did you guys ask me that question last year? He said, I'm going to answer it for you. F no. So why would you be asking it now? I'm just asking. You didn't ask that damn question last year. Then he went in. He went on. Y'all got to see it. He went in on him yesterday. So that man said he tied at 44 with 9 players. So 44, Jimmy. But Jimmy, you got to do this shit again tomorrow. And Jimmy, the thing about Tiger Woods tomorrow, Jimmy, he got to go through his physical therapy. Oh, the PT. I'm sorry. When you around them old people like that, they call it PT. I said, what the hell is PT? Robert is physical therapy. Okay, so he got to go through it and get some blood flowing through that one because that right ankle Jimmy, it just ain't right. If you see him take that thing off, you say, oh my God. So he had to go through all that, and tomorrow, the good thing, Jimmy, he went off early this morning, right? So tomorrow he go off late, so he can rest a little bit more tomorrow. So Tiger, he should play better tomorrow.
We gonna see how it goes. And one thing about it, he will have people watching golf in some cases for the first time all year. Somebody say it was time.
Can I give you a summer basketball question?
Yeah, let's come on with it.
Okay. Some guy. I ain't gonna do that one. I ain't gonna do that one. I gotta know. I had one now. Dude said, from Dallas Showtime, said, most of these kids today are really seriously out playing. Wait a minute. Most of these kids today are not really serious about playing college basketball. They just want to hoop with their buddies.
I mean, that goes all the way to some grown-ups now in the NBA nowadays. Some guys, and it goes to college. Some guys that go to college want to hoop with their buddies. I mean, so I think that's an understatement. When you say the key word is just, that means they only want to just hoop with their buddies.
Oh, Jimmy, thank you, Paul. What about the transfer portal in AAU? You were supposed to give us today.
I thought I gave it to you yesterday.
No, you said it was on the site. They had to look at the site.
Okay. I like that, Paul. When we get up out of here, I got
while you finding that, I got something else for you, Jimmy.
A couple extra minutes. Let me get you guys and pull it up.
Somebody said you got high school coaches calling Jimmy. Hold up, this message. And somebody said you got high school coaches calling colleges to check and see if an offer is fake or real. He said, so my question to you is, why did you call that college early to help the dude get the offer? Y'all put too much energy in the wrong places, only to find out it's real. Shaking my head. Somebody tweeted that.
I mean, this stuff is really funny to me, and it is, and it's because the high school coaches don't have the same accessibility to the college coaches as many of the grassroots coaches do. Grassroots coaches, you're going to events, multiple events throughout the year where there's a concordia. I mean, there's a collection of college coaches there. So your probability to meet those guys, form relationships with those guys is far greater than the high school coach. High school coach is limited and restricted in that means. So when if a high school coach is checking on to see if an offer is real or not, I don't think that should be nothing. That means he's doing it probably to protect his kid, his player, his student athlete from getting heartbroken or getting misled. And my thing is this. This is where the perfect harmony comes. If you're a grassroots coach out there, you guys, too many of you guys walk into their high school years of these students, athletes, constantly pissing and shitting on their high school coach. And they hear it. Kids will give your ass up. Parents will give your ass up to protect their babies. So they get the word sooner or later. They can hear you saying that coach will know what he's doing. He's playing you out of position. When truth of the matter is, guess what? These are high school teachers that many serve as coaches. They get a stipend. Teaching ain't their salary. Teaching is a stipend. I mean, teaching is their salary. Coaching is their stipend. If you make the effort to just communicate and not box them out of the process, then the resistance won't be coming back in the same manner. For example, Adam, for that kid to receive an offer, just using that example that you just read about, for the high school coach to call and see if it's true, real or not, that means let's act if it is real. That means that college coach needs to be kicked in his ass for not respectfully calling the high school coach to say, because you know why? School is still in right now. Now, if it's June or July period, yes, I can get that. Because kid could be transferring. But it's school right now. So think about that. Why would you not want the coach to know or let the kid know, hey, coach? And that's what I'm saying. So for the kid to go to school with an offer, with an offer in hand, or what he think is an offer, and the coach don't even know it, that means the communication bridge needs repair. You have a triangle in this thing. You have the high school coach, the grassroots coach, and the parent. That triangle needs to always, and think about it, one end of that triangle is always connected with the other two. That's a triangle. You can go to the left, 90 degrees that way, to the left, 90 degrees that way, or 45 degrees, whichever way you want to, however depth your mathematics is. And if those three are in constant communication, that means when you see that happening, that means it's hard to infiltrate that triangle with falseness. It's hard to lure one away to go with foolishness. If they are in sync, but then what happens is there would be one that would be so greedy. Greed will seep its way into that and just dissolve that one segment of that triangle. And we've seen it happen 1,000 times before. And then next thing you know, you ain't keeping them. See, if you're a parent out there, you should go and make a request right now today to your grassroots coach. Let me tell you something. Every coach that calls about my kid, give them my cell number. I need to know at the end of every 2 or 3 days, I need to know the list of who's calling, of anybody, or at the end of every week, who called what day. And that way now you could know as a parent if they actually called you or not. Because if they called your son or called the grassroots coach on Monday, you checking in every Sunday evening, the following Sunday, and you haven't gotten a call from them, then you want to know why. And some of the college coaches will get X'd off the list and don't even know why. They won't even know why. Because trust me, some parents are just that petty. That will get some coaches cut off the list because you're not going through them, and you don't know what that grassroots coach or that high school coach might have told them. They might have said, "Come on through me." The parents, they bombard, they work in 12-hour shifts, so they want you to call me because right now she's at work. She's a nurse, or she can't get to her phone right. You don't know what them guys done told that college coach. So you have to not take it for granted, and you have to go and let them know this is how it's going to be with my son or my daughter. If I find out that you are not in compliance with my request about whose name on the birth certificate of that kid. Far too damn often you have grown men that don't even know the kid's middle name.
He played for me though.
I mean, think about it. Don't even know jack about the kid. Interior. They don't know what he's allergic to.
That's bad.
I'm just telling you, you'd be surprised. People that don't know these kids, and you are supposed to be an extension of their parents when you're taking them on these trips. I don't care if it's out of town or in town. When they're on your watch, you're their chaperone. And then we wonder what's wrong. We've seen stories. We've told you the stories before. There's been kids that have been left at the airport riding buddy passes from to and from trips on a routine, regular cycle. Kids 7, 8, 9. Let me tell you something. I can see it when they're in the 3rd grade, 4th grade, little June bugs. 6 of them in the room ain't that bad, with 2 beds and a couch. Because they that's June bug. They small. But you're talking about 11th grade, 12th grade kids, 6 in the room, and they got to get it how they live. But if you ain't communicating, and if your communication cycle ain't if it ain't seasoned properly, then you're gonna get just what you asked for. Problems. That's what I want to get that out there. What we got? What they saying on that thing?
No, I'm waiting on your. We waiting on your transfer portal. I was giving you a chance to pull that.
All right. Every Wednesday in the VIP news on RCS Sports, we will start publishing the grassroots transfer portal. Remember, this isn't like college transfer portal when they got to pick and go and think about it for a week or 2 or a month. These transfer portals and grassroots are normally swift. It's a swift decision, meaning that they decide to leave one program. They already have a suitor for that family or that kid. Often it comes from when a player may be a program director or a grassroots coach from another program might be watching your game. And nowadays, if they have a live stream, they could be watching it via live stream. And what some people are doing now, it's the normal. It's what they do is they will watch and see which kids aren't happy, which kids aren't playing the minutes that they probably should deserve, right? So after the games, you contact those parents. You let those parents know, hey, they're not playing you right. I know, you come on over here with us. We got you. He going to play 25 minutes a game. Play till you want to come out. We're going to let him shoot the 3. We'll let him bring the ball down. They'll tell you whatever the hell you think you want to hear.
Colleges do that too.
Ain't that something?
What?
I say, ain't that something?
Yeah. I hadn't heard it. Keep going.
And this is what happens after. And then some people, they lose a game. Now they disturbed because the coach didn't talk to him right. Coach might have got on you. So some of you coaches got to be careful on how you talking to some of these kids. I can't defend a lot of the ways that some of you talk to them. So with that being said, I just give you some of the ones from this week. Princeton Layton has left Texas Takeover to join Fam Elite. Elijah Black is a class of 2025. He left the Houston Hoops 16U. He joined the Houston Defenders. Grayson Bennett and Toby Princewell, both at Fulster High School. They left Texas Takeover 16 and under and went to the Houston Hoops. So Houston Hoops lost Elijah Black, replaced him with Grayson Bennett and Toby Princewell, right? And then the Houston Defenders got Elijah Black, right? But they picked up Adam Boyd, right? Who's hurt right now from Atascocita. Now, we go to the class of 2026. Speaking of the Houston Hoops 15 under, they lost Adam Vessel. He's going to Texas Takeover. So, right? And also going to Texas Takeover is a kid named Byron Bibbs who played with Extra Eyes Media. And he's going over to Texas Takeover 15 and under. JL3, they have a casualty, Devin Brown from Cy Park High School. He went to Team Temple. Now, another kid that left Takeover on the 15 under team was Langston Adams. He's a young man who probably led all freshmen in scoring this year. But then he played for Beaumont Kelly High School, which is a private school down in Beaumont. He was during the high school season, it was happening. You scoring 30 here, 30 there. Now you put him with a lot of the other red ants, and now you're not able to move the needle. That scoring that you're doing against them little Opies don't transfer over to D1 prospects in many cases. So now he's gone from Takeover to the Defenders, which gives him more opportunity to be with bigger red ants.
It seems like they're going back and forth from the Defenders to the Takeover. The Defenders, if they got something against if they got if they partners or something. I mean, what's going on?
You eat my apple, I'm gonna eat your orange.
Oh, okay.
You bite my apple, I'm gonna eat your orange. That's how it's going, right? And of course, Reggie Rito, another kid from Summer Creek, he's talented. He's a freshman, and he is now with the Defenders 15 under as well. And guess who we played with previously, Al?
Ooh.
Texas Takeover. That's another one. So they've been.
Boy, them dudes, that going in.
Remember Aretha Franklin made the song "Who's Zooming Who"? That's who's zooming who.
This stuff is funny, man. This is unbelievable, man. Tiger just hit a shirt. I hope he hurt his leg. But y'all know I'm. What else, Jim? Let me see. Somebody sending me a text. I'm not reading that text. Jimmy, I'm not reading that text they just set up.
Oh man.
Man, this is, man. Let me tell you something. Jimmy, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a surprise, a dark horse winner in this. Hey, don't count Bruce Koepka out. Jimmy, because he want to be the one. You know, he left and went to the Live Tour, right? Mm-hmm. And he want to say, yeah, I'll come back over here and whoop these dudes anyway, because they ain't been playing that much. He said, yeah, I'm coming back over here to the PGA Tour and whoop y'all, then I'm going back to the Live. So but watch out for him. I think he got a good chance of winning. But so that's it, man.
Well, I'll give a correction. Adam Boyd, I mentioned earlier, I may have said it backwards. He left the Defenders and went to JL3. Adam Boyd, that's the young man.
What grade?
He's the same grade as Freightman's son. He's a 9th grader. And
Jimmy, you talking about Junebug transfer portals? I can't believe you up here talking about Junebug. The
9th graders have the most activity in week number 1 of the portal.
So them mammas and daddies ain't playing no games. Jimmy, that means it's gonna be some mess. If they doing that now, they gonna be, oh my God.
Guess what you don't? What's what happened? You don't get your money back, your dues. You don't get them back, your fees back that you paid.
Hey, y'all, you know what? I never forget you told me this a long time. You said, man, ain't none of these kids y'all's, man. If you can get one good year out of these, no, you didn't say that. Yeah, I put that in there. You can get one good year out of these people, man, you're doing good. 1 year, you're doing good. Because these people just going to be all, they just going to go. They going to go where the hell they want to go. Damn, Tiger got another bogey coming up, player.
Oh, they ain't nothing there.
Yeah, you got another bogey coming. Y'all making me mad, man.
And I like Coach Jeremy Cunningham. We was talking earlier about the topic about having people to put you in. He say, I only put my cell phone down for his son. When his son KJ was playing,
Okay.
he only put his cell phone number down. When coaches would text my cell and introduce himself, it would let me know everything I need to know about their approach.
And Thaddeus Moody, they didn't just allow a few; they allowed all the live players on there that was in high rankings and good enough. Some of those guys are past champion. If you're a past champion, you play anyway. The only person they didn't invite was Greg Norman. He a past champion. No, I think he's a past champion, past runner-up or whatever. But they didn't want him there because he the one when they started the live tour. They didn't want him there. It's a bitter fight, Jimmy. The live versus the USA. It's a bitter fight.
Well, you notice the USA and in America, you notice the featured players. They're not featuring any of the live players on purpose.
No.
You know, the features.
They're
featuring.
We can't feature. Why they ain't on the tour?
No, in the Masters I'm talking about.
Oh, the Masters. No, they ain't
they're
that
not featuring not a single live player is part of the feature. Now there might be some that can win it, but not part of being featured.
But guess what? You know? Is one of them in fourth place. That's Bruce Koepka. He gonna mess around and win that thing. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, I'm just saying Bruce in there, but he ain't being they featuring about 5 dudes.
Yeah, man. But guess what? Guess what? At least I got y'all talking about golf now. Ain't this something? A few years ago, y'all wasn't thinking about no golf.
That's short-lived. We're gonna get up out of here and Ross Dino's back and Yabba Dabba do this thing on this Thursday. Baby Friday it is.
I'm
for
out.
You guys. And
I can't wait.
This
I want my daddy's records.
That's Blind Mellow Jelly. That was Fred Sanford told. That was Bubba told Fred.
That's the crazy stuff. That's the crazy stuff. Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the craziest stuff that ever been on TV. Do you ever go back and watch the old Martins? Martin Lawrence was a genius, man. Martin was Greg Norman. But let's get out of here, man. I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, man, that's some good stuff. Make sure you get over to rcssports.com. And we mentioned you about the transfer portal, but you can read as much more than that inside of there. We got a couple of high school coaches around the area who accepted jobs on yesterday. Go check and see who those two are.
I know one.
As well as that means those 2 schools where they left from now become open. So that means you can dust your resumes off. You coaches that still have time if you haven't signed your contracts yet. And on Monday, I'll share with you guys how that work when a coach takes a job at the high school level. And, where do you go? Do you go to the same school you've been at? When do you start at the new school? Is it next year? Is it June the 1st? I'll share all of that stuff and take you guys up under the rug to get the understanding on how this stuff goes down whenever a coach get hired at a high school, even though the school he's currently working at, he's still on the books as a teacher there. So we'll take you there and give you some good intel on that. And we don't have time today, but we'll do it next week. Also, a couple of young men has decommitted, or not saying decommitted, asking for a release, that is, from the school that he signed with. And now it plans to go and follow his college head coach to their destination. That's rare, but it does happen from time to time. Normally that coach.
So the coach left that he signed with?
Yeah.
And how's that rare? That's the time. It's time to move.
I mean, they got to get the release. Normally, it's sometimes they, but nowadays they're not hold nobody back. But back in the days that would
especially
be
now because they're gonna leave you after 1 year anyway.
Remember how they used to preach the narrative that you're committing and you're signing with the school, not the
you're student athlete.
You remember that you're signing with the school, not the coach. So that was the narrative they used to promote. Now you see that they don't promote that narrative there anymore, do it? You don't hear that.
The VIP room.
Last time you heard the school say that now. You're signing with the school, not the coach. They raise all the way back off of that. Because you know what happens? Them coaches will leave your ass in 2 heartbeats. And it's funny as hell, Hatter, because what we're talking about, I ain't gonna go. I don't want to hit nobody while they down.
Yeah, don't hit them.
I'll wait till Monday, and then we'll talk more on that. But anyway, make sure you share the show on your way out the door, guys. Share the show on your way out the door, and we'll get with you guys on Monday. Let somebody know about the Chop Shop. Hope you guys got some good intel today, the transfer portal, and a lot more. Somebody had a question for you about how's Jeffrey Day had a question.
Oh yeah, Lewis Hamilton ain't been hammer time this year. He ain't got the fast. That damn Max Verstappen got the best and strongest car. Red Bull and then Red Bull, the two racers for Red Bull, the two racers from Ferrari, they kind of whooping up on us a little bit right now. But Lewis did get second place the other night. But I'll talk a little bit about Lewis next week. He's still doing great things in the community. But he ain't hammer time no more, Jimmy. Jimmy, I used to call it hammer time. He came in second place. They were in Australia, halfway on the other side of the world. And now they got to move and go to the next place. But I thank you, Jeffrey Day. I'm going to talk about it. When he ain't winning, I ain't going to tell you no lie. If he ain't winning, like in Tiger, Mr. Cut, Jimmy, you know I ain't watching the rest of the Masters. Y'all, I'm a homer. I'm sorry, I'm a homer. I'm a homer. If who I like, that's who I watch. But I'm out of here. I'm good. I see y'all, man.
So y'all share the show on your way out the door. Peace. We up out of here. Chop Shop.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.